Okay, this is the third of the Impulse Buy Christmas items video. This one is kind of a remake. I did this before. It's one of the first videos I put up, but to be honest, the video was terrible. So I'm going to redo this one just to finish off the series. It's Christmas trees, Impulse Buy Christmas trees. Later on, I will do some bespoke Christmas stuff. Hello, Daisy. Come in and say hello. I'll do some bespoke Christmas stuff. I'll do bespoke Christmas trees, and I have an idea in my head for something bespoke for Christmas. I haven't even done a prototype of it yet, and I won't say what it is. But what I'll do is I'll film myself doing the prototype, and whether it works or not, I'll still put it up. Okay. Right, so back to this Christmas tree. It's a piece of ash. It's about 8 inches long. Right, so we'll get into doing this. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, round it off. Using the same movement that I described in the snowman video. Nope. Should be close enough. The part that you want perfectly round here is this end. Right, up here you're going to turn into a cone, so you're not too worried about it being there. And to be honest, a little bit of bark like that on the side isn't a bad thing. Right, we'll flatten off the ends. Right, put the tenon in exactly the same way as in the snowman video. Skew, rub it there, make sure I get the flat edge. There we go. That's ready for, that is ready for the chuck. Right, so we'll throw it into the chuck. Right. Now, as I said, batching these out, same thing, get them all to this. Right. If anybody's ever done origami, I used to do it when I was in my teen years. Everything works from a base, like there's a fish base and a board base and all this, and then depending on what you do, gives you the shape you want. This is what I call a snowman base, because it's round, it's got a tenon on one end, and it's ready to go into a chuck. And an awful lot of stuff, you'll be surprised, starts off as a snowman base. Right, I'll throw the chuck on and I'll be back when that's in the chuck. And we're back. Now what I want to do is, right, you've got to leave yourself enough for, say, like a base, right, a trunk, right, and from there up is the tree. Roughly, like it's not going to be, that trunk could end up there. Like that trunk could end up there somewhere, but roughly that. Right, and turn the rest into a cone. Now you have a rough cone. Yet again, scratch plate. Now the thing with these is that is long and you've just cut it. A scratch plate won't work perfectly unless that's perfectly straight, right? Now the odds are it's not, which that isn't. I never get these things straight. But where's it gone? Where did I put that pencil? I've done it again. I've lost the pencil again. Here's another one. There we go. Right. But what you can do with it, even if it's not perfectly straight, is you can still use it to mark with a pencil. But just touching each one of them. Right. Use these as a rough guide. Right. Each one of these are, try to remember, a centimetre apart. I'll just check that for you. Yep, 1 centimetre apart. Each one of those. Right. Then get a narrow parting tool and you cut in at each line, right? Try and keep the cuts the same depth. As I said, they're just a guide. Your eye will tell you where the cut should actually go. As you can see, I'm off those cuts now because my eye is telling me something different. I'll go in a bit further on that one. And get yourself whatever gouge you prefer to use. Where is it? Right. And what you want to do is, let's stop the light here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to cut an angle from the outside of that to the inside of that cut. Right. So what you'll end up with is slants all the way up it. Right, like this. As I said, these are quick impulse buy Christmas trees. Bespoke Christmas trees are very different. Even the measurements are different on them. Right, and then start cutting in for the trunk. trusty 1/2 inch spindle gouge just coming to the end of its life, so I have a new one on the way. And then a base, right? What I like to do on the base is make it look kind of like a bucket. Or a barrel, maybe. If you're doing really small Christmas trees, make the base a bit smaller, right? And there you have the basic Christmas tree. What do you think, Daisy? Yeah? Daisy agrees. Do you agree? Yeah? You're upside down on the shavings. Okay. Right, the top now that's basically done. Right. Take your tailstock out of the way. And do the top. Just slightly. Right. Now you'll see in there you might have some little lines. Just grab your thin parting tool again and just give them a touch. Kind of define the trunk of the tree a little bit, and it cleans up the bottom of those lines fantastically. So the whole thing in this is have everything matching. Right, now up the top, start the top out. That's a bit thick. Take it down a bit. Better. Find that top a little bit more. It's too wide. That was a little bit wide. So we'll take that down a bit. It's better. Swoop in it. Right, and there's your basic Christmas tree done. Just give it a sand. Right. Now, somebody asked me a question about slowing down for sanding. If I'm doing something big, yes, I will slow down sanding. But we're doing impulse buy stuff here, so speed is kind of essential. Right. And this goes back to the thing about no finish on, well, no true finish on an impulse buy item. Right. Quick rub down there, round them up a little bit, make sure little Jimmy doesn't cut his hand. Right. And just bring yourself up through the grits as you would with anything else. Seeing as how, as I was saying about the sanding, seeing as how you're only actually going to be touching these for a second with sanding, because the cuts aren't all that big. I don't slow the lead now for it. As I keep saying with the impulse buy stuff, speed's the key. Although if you want to slow down for doing the sanding, there's nothing wrong with it. Slow down. As I keep saying, the sanding thing can be a kudos thing. Oh, that didn't need much sanding. Doesn't bother me. Right, now, there we go. Right. And then all you gotta do is part it off. Right, as you see, I haven't touched the speed on the lead because dropping up and down speeds and everything else can slow you down. Right, then just part it off. Undercut as always. I nearly forgot, my social media manager, teenage daughter, would give out to me like crazy again. Dad, you keep forgetting to say it. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe, like and share. It would really help the channel out and stop me getting in trouble with my teenage daughter. Dad, you forgot to say it again. Now all you gotta do is sand that off, right? And there's your little ash Christmas tree. Now, the reason I don't put finishes on these specifically is because kids absolutely love to decorate these. There's one my little one did, not the teenage one, the younger one, did last year, right? Standard poster paints work really well on them. And you can just make those little shapes in seconds, right? An idea that's been bouncing around my head for a year or so, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it, is to put together a tree and a decorating kit. Right, you know those tiny little paint pots you can get, right? Get a load of them, and a pot of green, one of the big things of green poster paint, one of the big things of black poster paint. Put a thing of green and a thing of black, few of these little things, and maybe some of those, you know, those little like stick-on diamond things you can get, into a bag and sell them as a tree decorating kit, with a decorating kit. That would bring them out of the realms of impulse buy price-wise, but it's an idea, right? That's impulse buy, right? And you just have one of them displayed, that this is basically what you can do with it, right? So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and remember, anybody who wants a sticker swap, give us a shout. So I'll see you in the next one.